Your sister deserves this more than you. My father's words echoed through the garage as flames consumed my research project. My name is MIT.I, and at 18 I had just won the National Youth Science Competition for my work in sustainable energy. A prize that included $100,000 and a full scholarship to MIT. I watched silently as 3 years of effort, my prototype, documentation, presentation boards, turned to ash. All because my younger sister Jessica came home sobbing over a college rejection. Look what you've done to your sister. Mom yelled, holding Jessica, who was performing at maximum drama. She's devastated. The least you could do is give her your scholarship. You're smart enough to get another one. I stayed calm, heart pounding. They didn't know about the backup drives, the cloud storage, or that the competition organizers had documented everything. They didn't know the news crew was scheduled to arrive tomorrow for a feature story about my win. Are you even listening? Dad demanded, kicking the smoldering remains. Jessica has dreamed of Stanford since she was little. Your scholarship money could help her get there. You don't even care about me. Jessica sobbed. You've always been so selfish with your stupid science experiments. Bernie. 4 years I'd labored in the garage while she captained the cheerleading squad and presided over every social committee. My parents attended all her rallies, never once a science fair. The competition officials will be notified that you're declining the prize, Mom said firmly. Jessica needs this more than you do. You can always enter another competition. No, I said steadily. What? Dad's face flushed red. No. The prize is mine. I earned it. Mom stepped forward, expression tight with disappointment. After everything we've done for you, bought supplies, gave you space. I bought my own supplies, I interrupted. I paid for my own tutoring, the same tutoring you told me to quit because it took time from helping Jessica with her homework. How dare you? Dad advanced, but I stood my ground. The news crew will be here tomorrow morning. Channel 5 is featuring my win. They're particularly interested in my sustainable energy research. Silence. Jessica's crying stopped abruptly. What news crew? Mom's voice lost its edge. The one covering the project you just burned, I said, holding up my phone with the confirmation email. They're bringing an environmental science correspondent. My work has already caught the attention of several major tech companies. And yes, Dad, the project is safely backed up and documented with the competition organizers. I turned to leave the garage. I suggest you clean this up before they arrive. My research probably won't look good on national television. You wouldn't, Jessica whispered, or replacing tears. I looked at my sister, the golden child whose every triumph overshadowed mine. I'm not going to lie, I said. If they ask about my project or about my family's support, I'll tell the truth. What truth do you want me to tell? The next morning I was dressed in my competition blazer, tablet in hand. The garage had been cleaned, every trace of last night's fire removed. I could hear my parents whispering frantically in the kitchen. At 9 a.m. the Channel 5 van pulled into the driveway. My parents' faces went pale. Jessica, texting furiously, looked suddenly ill. Good morning. I'm Sarah Martinez from Channel 5, the reporter said warmly as I opened the door. Behind her the cameraman sat up. And this must be the brilliant young scientist, she continued. MIT.I, thank you for having us. My parents rushed forward, plastering on fake smiles. We're so proud of our Emma, Mom gushed. I stepped aside. Actually, I said, I prefer the interview in the garage. That's where I developed the project. Color drained from Dad's face. The garage might not be the best place. Nonsense, Sarah said. Perfect. Viewers love seeing where the magic happens. I connected my tablet to a projector. Let me show you my journey, I said. Photos and videos filled the wall. Late nights in the garage, science fairs where I stood alone, the regional competition where I won without a single family member present. It's been a very independent journey, I said calmly. Sarah's eyes widened. Independent indeed. No family support at events. We were busy with other commitments, Mom stammered. Like Jessica's cheerleading competitions, I added, and the cameraman zoomed in on her, wishing she could disappear. How has winning changed the family dynamic? Sarah asked. I smiled. Actually, last night was interesting. Want to see? I played the security footage I'd installed months ago. The video clearly showed my father burning my project while Mom and Jessica watched. The garage was silent. "Oh my God," Sarah whispered. "Emma, would you like to comment?" "It speaks for itself," he said. "Fortunately, everything was backed up. My research is safe. Some people might try to destroy your work, but they can't destroy your knowledge or your determination." Sarah's eyes shone with realization. She stumbled onto a much bigger story than she expected. "This is incredible, Emma. Not just your scientific achievement, but your resilience in the face of all this." My parents froze. The weight of their actions suddenly clear. They were about to be broadcast statewide. Jessica quietly slipped out of the garage. "Would you like to show us how your sustainable energy solution works?" Sarah asked, smoothly steering the interview back. "Of course," he said, pulling up my digital models. It all started with one question: how can we make clean energy accessible to everyone? As he launched into my presentation, he noticed my parents retreating, their perfect family facade crumbling. For the first time, he didn't care about their approval. My focus was my future, my work, and the chance to share it with the world. The truth, as it turned out, was far more powerful than family pressure. The aftermath of the TV interview was chaos. By morning, the story had gone viral. Teen scientist triumphs despite family sabotage was trending across social media. My phone flooded with messages from young scientists sharing similar struggles. My parents locked themselves in their room, ignoring calls from relatives and friends. Jessica alternated between crying and sending furious texts about ruining the family's reputation. But what truly struck them came next: the meted missions of Iskayed. "Miss Chen, in light of recent events, we're upgrading your scholarship to include room, board, and a dedicated research stipend. We value resilience as much as achievement." Then came the corporate offers. 3 major tech companies reached out: summer internships, research funding, lab access. The same companies that had scoffed at as pipe dreams. 2 days later, Mom approached me quietly in the kitchen. "What you did, you humiliated us," she said, voice stripped of its usual authority. "No, Mom. You humiliated yourselves." He used so at the truth. Her eyes widened. "The neighbors. Jessica's friends, parents, your father might lose clients. Actions have consequences. Maybe now you understand how I felt watching my work burn," he said firmly. She sank into a chair. "We just wanted what was best for Jessica. No. You wanted what was easiest for her. There is a difference. She could have earned her own way, like he did. Instead, you taught her she deserves things just because she wants them." The doorbell rang. Dr. Rivera, my research mentor, had driven towards to see me. "Emma," she exclaimed, hugging me. "I saw the interview. The entire scientific community is talking about your courage, not just your research. The NSF wants to feature you in their youth outreach program. You're a symbol for young scientists facing obstacles." That afternoon, an email arrived that changed everything. The nation's leading sustainable energy company wanted to fast-track my research, offering full funding and a dedicated lab starting immediately. It was packing when Jessica appeared in the doorway. Her eyes were red, but her voice steady. "You're really leaving?" "Yes." The company arranged temporary housing near the research facility. She paused. "I didn't get into Stanford. Mom and Dad, they're making me apply to community college, get a part-time job. They've never made me work for anything before." She laughed bitterly. He looked at her. "Maybe that's not a bad thing." "I had you," she whispered. "There was no real venom. But I understand now what they did to you, what he did to you. It wasn't fair." "No, it wasn't. Will you ever forgive us?" He talked carefully. "Forgiveness isn't the point, Jessica. Growth is. Maybe this is your chance to find out who you are without them smoothing your path." The day he left, Dad finally emerged, standing in the driveway as he loaded my car. "The company. Meet, their real opportunities." "Yes," he said. And nodded slowly. "We were wrong, Emma. He was wrong. He didn't see. He didn't want to see. I know, Dad, he said, closing the trunk. Sometimes the hardest lessons are the most important. As he drove away, he caught a last glimpse of them in the rearview mirror, my parents and Jessica, standing in the driveway of a house that had never really been home. They looked smaller somehow, diminished by the truth finally exposed. My phone buzzed, a text from Dr. Rivera, ready to change the world. Ismail, thinking of the lab waiting for me, the research I continue, and the future I fought so hard to secure. Losing my family support had forced me to find my own strengths, and sometimes, that's exactly what you need. Ready? I texted back, steering my car toward the future I had built, defended, and earned.